MP. You're focusing on small programs.
Let's get after it, MP.
Yes. How'd you get out? Fishing. Birthday is coming up. You looking for a cake? How'd you know? Because I've been hosting cake.
The energy is mounting. Almost time for basketball at Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York. The Timberwolves taking on the Nets. For the Timberwolves, they're playing with terrific focus. Their hard work from the summer is paying off with a quick start right out of the gate. Nets Timberwolves is coming up next, and we'll be right back. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, I'll be matching up with Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Lauri Markkanen and the Utah Jazz.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Randall and Reed holding down Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Rogers in at the point. And for the Nets, Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Demon. And it's Clowney in at the 4. And we talk about experimenting with lineups early on, DB. What are some examples of that?
Well, you can have two extremes, right, in the modern NBA. Most teams need some sort of small ball lineup that they finish with, but we are also increasingly starting to see teams play with multiple bigs on the floor. You have to be able to have multiple tools in your toolbox.
Here's Claxton, following the basket by MP. To the middle, here's Demon, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, what a pretty setup by Nick Claxton. This is a guy we're accustomed to seeing finish.
Randall passes to Reed. Randall dishes to MP. Back to Randall. Inside, here's Rogers, and MP throws it down.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and Coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passes up for success.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
The shot's good from Rogers.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Pass to Porter. Here's Demon. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Demon's got 5 now.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Demon. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. For Minnesota, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. The shot's good from Rogers.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much.
Get on your feet. Get loud. It's time for Team Heights.
And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, MP.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Now, here's Clark. Outside Conley. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 3. Here's Demon. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And Clark has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. DB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Kevin, back over to you.
Thank you, Allie. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. 23 seconds left to play here in the first. And Gobert kicks to Conley. Clark, the pass to DiVincenzo. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Offside Thomas from about 19 feet. And so it's MP making things happen for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
So on the floor for Minnesota, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. Minnesota leading by 7. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And now the Timberwolves on the break from 8, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
All right, fans. It's time to dance. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching. You must have left your dancing shoes at home. I can never unsee that. Come on, let's see those dance moves. Everybody get there! Come on!
So for the Nets, Ronnie's checked in, and Porter subbed in for Zaire Williams. Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Rogers comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Here's man. Following the basket by MP. They set the screen. Here's Clowney. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
To the paint. Here's MP. The layup off target. Nets trail by 11. Man passes to Porter. Pass to Clowney. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Wolf. He's defended by Randall. 4 on the clock. Wolf shot's good. Wolf got it back down to within single digits for the Nets. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Porter. Here's Clowney. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Three-pointer, Randall. Bangs home the trifecta. Randall's got 5.
Credit Julius Randle. Off-season preparation trying to build the three-point range.
And it's Demon missing. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Down low, here's Rogers. Reed trying to get open. And MP with the basket on the assist by McDaniels.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Doris, we saw it. Something just clicked for Jaden McDaniels and his rebounding in the 2025 season.
Well, his rebounding and beyond, let's remember his team decided to put the ball in his hands a little bit more, and he elevated his game on the offensive end as well.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for man. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
Last year, they were so good at generating open looks from distance. That's why.
Shannon. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Demon. Porter in the corner. Here's Demon. He has 7. And again, it's Brooklyn with the 3.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Reed against Claxton. Conley for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Over to the left wing. to Demon. From past the arc, Reed with the rebound. To the inside. Shannon passes to Conley. The wide open look here for Ingles. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 8. And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Please direct your attention to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring out the shot. Oh, so sorry. Fans, let's hear it for our contestants. Well done.
Hey folks, welcome to the Halftime Show. A lead right now in this one for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Some teams say they're going to attack the paint. These guys are just doing it, and you see the result.
I know, that's music to your ears, and they need to keep playing that tune.
Changing gears now, this should be interesting. Let's hear what the fans want to say. Master Funkman asks if you could harness the power from one of your former team's nicknames, which would it be?
Well, that's easy for me. The Kings. They have a lot of power, but I'm going to probably go with the Rockets because I could fly at a very high speed.
That's easy. I'll take the Magic because my powers would be limitless.
Good choices. I'm not sure what kind of powers you'd be getting if you went with the Lakers.
Maybe take out my yacht.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. And it's Claxton in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Porter. It's Thomas on the wing. Edwards defending. Shot clock at 5. Here's Demon with the drive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said growing up basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this. More than if everything had just been smooth. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. That's the Demon. 1 on the clock. Rebound, Minnesota. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Now Thomas following the three-point attempt by MP. Minnesota making a switch out. Gobert's checked in.
For the Timberwolves, number 27.
Timberwolves. Here's MP. MP converting the tough bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Clowney. Here's Demon. Porter kicks to Thomas. 5 to shoot. Here's Demon. 10 points for him.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Taken away. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Stops. Pops. Claxton with the bucket.
And they get one now. 1 of 5 here in the third.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Now here's Randall. 5 points in the game. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got 8 points.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Man's checked in for Michael Porter. And a change for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for MP. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Man. Nets passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Demon. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
It's good. Gobert's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Clowney. Now Thomas jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. You know, Doris, whenever Cam Thomas gets the ball, you expect him to shoot it.
You do, Kevin. There's certain guys in the league that always have the green light, and Cam Thomas, one of those guys. This guy legitimately, on a nightly basis, can put up huge scoring numbers.
And Brooklyn has possession. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Thomas. Now here's Edwards. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Over Thomas. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Clowney. On the wing, Man. McDaniels defending. That doesn't go either for Thomas. Minnesota leading by 10. And here is DiVincenzo. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Now Thomas. And the lead is down inside single digits. Thomas got 5.
That's agility and touch. Cam Thomas gets that to fall inside.
Here's Edwards, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. And the Timberwolves lead by 10. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. This is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Joe Ingles is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Conley. And it's Shannon in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Sharp. Back to Porter. Here's Mann. Minnesota with the rebound.
Boy, that's the kind of contest you need to force the miss.
Pass to Reed. To the left side wing. Here's Shannon. And he banks in the layup. Shannon's got his first basket of the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A 12-point game. Shots good by Shannon.
Boy, in the lane, making things happen. Nice effort.
The net shooting about 42% so far. Reed picking him up. Pass to Wolf. Now Sharp. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Both teams making substitutions here. Here's Shannon. Rogers, and the dunk by MP.
By the time this young man is done, MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
Nets trail by 14. Here's Porter. Shoots the 3. Down he goes for 3.
Elite from the corner. Porter Jr. shoots a much better percentage from this spot.
MP up top. And there's the drive. MP knifes his way inside.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Conley against Thomas. Here's Demon. Claxton a screen on MP. Just 5 to shoot. And he misses the J. Timberwolves leading by 13. And he pounds it home. I had a feeling he wasn't going to lay that one in. No, sir.
Love the energy that MP plays with. His young legs let him get to the open floor and finish it.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
It's off.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
It's the Nets now, following the miss by MP. Then it misses.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Timberwolves.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
This is the very definition of being in a zone. Everything the defense tried against him, he had an answer for it.
And here's Martin. Following the three-pointer by MP over Ingles. And the shot is long. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run. And MP throws it down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Now here's Williams. And Williams slams it in.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. MP, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Let's now go courtside and join Jennifer Quintana. Jennifer?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with MP, the star tonight who broke the 30-point mark in the win. How did you balance knowing when to get your teammates going versus when it's time to look for your own shot?
Oh, the game is going to let you know. It has its own rhythm to it, a sort of flow. If you stay within the flow, you get a feel when to pass, when to shoot. The right play early on in the game may not necessarily be the right play at the end of the game. The game tells you. You just got to listen.
Keep finding your flow, MP. Thanks so much.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
Kevin, back to you.
Hey, thanks, Jennifer. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. See you next time.
Generally, just good vibe.
Sure is. Using like top
I'm just rising above it. You just live to the public. I serve a purpose. You nervous with butterflies.